I had an encounter in 2011 that solidified Sasquatch for me. I got my eyes on one. I had a 2-night experience.
Tell us
And so
about
it's
it.
not
Tell
now
us
it's
about it. Give us the context.
yeah, so we're just up in the Mount Hood. This is when I lived in Oregon, up in the Mount Hood National Wilderness, and I was with two buddies. We're on a remote backpacking fishing trip, and we had a 2-night experience where the first night around 1:30 in the morning, something came around our camp and was stomping around and hitting a tree and whatnot. And to be honest with you, up until that point, I never that I can think about or imagine. I don't never had a Sasquatch experience. This was different. We're in a remote area, Mount Hood, 1:30 in the morning, and here's something large stomping around that sounds bipedal, and it's making this what sounds like two rocks being smacked together. Well, that was the first night. And I'm going to give you the short of it, but that was the first night. And we wake up the next morning. We're next to this lake, and we're on this backpacking fishing trip, and we talked about it. And I was thinking, could this be an elk? There's nobody out here. Again, about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear this clanking sound, and it's getting closer and closer and closer, and then it stops. And then the marching, my buddy that was closest to the lake is awake, and he's going to me, "This thing's back. What is it?" I said, "I don't know. Be quiet." And we're hearing, and he's hearing movement to his left, and I'm hearing movement to my right. So I'm thinking, could there be two of whatever the heck this is? And as it's marching around, it stops. Complete silence, and I hear bam, bam, five like really hard percussives, power knocks against the tree, and it would echo across the lake, hit this rock screen, bounce back, and you could feel the ground reverberate. In our tents, I could feel on my back the ground is shake. And now my heart is in my head. I'm freaked out. I mean, honestly, I was freaked out, not knowing what this thing was. Why did it come back 2 nights in a row? This is not an elk. This is not a bear. And my mind's thinking, okay, could this be a Sasquatch? I don't know. And as I'm laying there and the tree knocking stops, it's just dead quiet. You can hear a pin drop. I hear something come through the trees up above our tents, and then a loud thud next to my buddy Mitch's tent. And I instantly knew, and we both knew, because he goes, something just threw a rock at us, and it landed in a bunch of mud next to the lake, full of skunk cabbage. And so my other buddy that's to my right in his tent, he's finally awake. I unzip my tent and I start looking around, and we had a huge fire going.